What is up, Kat? How you doing? What is up? What is up? I'm just putting out all the notifications. Then we can get into this crap. And then one more spot I gotta put it in, and then I'm all good. Hold on, let me do it by phone. So how's everybody doing? Hey Tracy, what's going on? I'm doing good, Kat. I'm doing good. This is definitely going to be new. Mel's crazy. I think Mel crazy. Bless her heart. All right, let's see. Oh, I need to pull up the YouTube, don't I? And y'all about to hear me. I'm gonna try to get by this quick. Oh, I need to pull up the YouTube. Copy link. Got it. Thank you. And then one more. All right. How's everybody doing? Hey, Tracy, you're battling with Wi-Fi. I feel you. I totally feel you. So far, my stream quality is good as you. Oh, you can't see it yet. My bad. I don't have that screen up. When we start, you'll see my screen. Hey, what's up, Quimby? Hey, Chelsea. Hey, Quimby, how's it going on the island? I saw there was some drama the other day. People not talking to other people. I was wondering I was gonna have to do a video on that. Animal Crossing's no joke, dude. They got mad drama on Animal Crossing. Just watch the Mimi's video. To Mimi, oh, on Cry. Yeah, and the thing is the reason why I wanted everybody to watch Tamimi's and or creep shows is because they go through the first survivor. I like to call people survivors because to me it gives them strengths instead of calling them oh my god, what's the other word? Anyway, I like calling them survivors because to me it gives strength. So, but yeah, he is something else. He is definitely something else. Damn that dude, for real. Hey, what's up, Adele? What is up? Let's see if we get more a couple more people in here. Let's just chit chat until then. Hey, what's up, Quixie? And let's see if we get more people in here, and then we'll start. We're gonna start off with the I hate to say it, with the bullshit apology that Cryotic put out about this. I know Kat said that she watched Tamimi's video. Did anybody get a chance to catch Tamimi's or Creepshow's video on Cryotic, aka Cry? I'm doing good, Quixie. How are you? Okay, so I'll give y'all a rundown before we watch this video. The way I have it set up, I have to actually mute my mic on here for y'all to be able to hear the video. I need to get a mic with a mute feature, or somehow maybe get a hold of Edwin or something and figure out, dude, how do you do this? So you're gonna have to bear with me on that part, but we're gonna definitely talk about it. And listen, honestly, I don't know if I want to give y'all a background, because I want to know from y'all if this apology is worth a shit. All right, I'm not going to give you, well, I kind of did give you my opinion on it already, but it is crazy. What's up, Lyndon? What is up? Oh, Jennifer Bohannon's in here too. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, oh, Lord have mercy, Mel up in here, the vice president of the Notebook Crew. Notebook Crew. Hashtag Notebook Crew. You're not cool if you don't have a hoard of notebooks. Yeah, see, I'm turning that around on y'all. Just to let you know. Who up in here? Who else is up in here? Who did I miss? I have to have another computer up here so I can read the chat while I'm doing all this. I'm going to learn this program better, but at least we got it up and running. Let's see, did I miss anybody? Did I miss saying hi to anybody? Alright, so let's get started. Yes, hashtag Notebook Crew. It's the Cool Kids Club, okay? It is the CKC, the Cool Kids Club. Yes. And I'm going to tell you something with this story, because I'm telling you now, one live's not going to cover this story. This story is like Days of Our Lives gaming edition. It is, but in a bad way, not in a good way. So what I'm doing tonight is we're going to go over Cryotic, and you're going to hear me call him Cry. You're going to hear me, we're going to go through Cry's apology. We're going to see on Twitter what Cry said. And then one of his survivors real quickly explains things on what we're going to watch under Scott. We're going to read out Scott Jung's Twit Longer, which is pretty long, but it gives a good basis on the story. And then next week, I'm thinking about going through the other two guys who streamed with him on Twitter. And, not Twitter, on Twitch. And possibly hitting the survivors also. But the whole reason why I wanted y'all to watch Tamimi and Creepshow's video is because they actually go over the first survivor who came out about it. And she had a twit longer. And we'll eventually get to that, but being that they already hit that, this is not a situation that honestly can be held or can be covered in a 15-minute video. This is almost like Onision level, where it's going to take videos. So what I'm thinking about doing, instead of making, like, because I'm going to be streaming Mondays and Thursdays, I'm not going to cover it Monday and Thursday. I'm thinking about just Mondays, just getting the Cryotic stuff out of here. So, you know, that way on Thursdays we can have fun and pick on Mel. Anyone who ain't well, Lyndon, I just want to let you know, you said on here, Kat, Quimby, Xylee, and everyone who ain't cray. Yeah, well, ma'am, every single person in that sentence is cray. I'm just saying. Let's be honest, anybody in this damn chat's cray. I mean, for real. Just saying. Alright. Alright, so let me switch over scenes. Ooh, look. You can see my mouse floating around. Isn't this cool? It's like technology loves me now. Look at that. Lyndon's like, Lyndon, I'm a nice cray. Man, who you trying to lie to? Alright, so let's get started. What's up, May May? Alright, so let's get started. Like I said, this is a kind of a crazy topic. We're talking child grooming. We're talking about some crazy stuff. What's up, Ray Grass? So I'm gonna start off with the video, and we're gonna go from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute my mic. This video is only 4 minutes long, and I'm gonna be doing it at 1.25 speed. So it's not going to be that long of a video. Alright, hold on. Make sure my volume's up. Alright.
I have a weird position on YouTube where I've seen a lot of things from a lot of
And I already messed up. Hold on.
I have a weird position on YouTube where I've seen a lot of things from a lot of perspectives and a lot of angles, and something that a lot of people, myself included, so before you start to think you're a fucking hypocrite, I want you to understand that I'm coming at this from a perspective of someone who genuinely does not like Past Me because Past Me was immature. Past Me didn't accept that he could actually be wrong. Past Me thought he was infallible. Every single time somebody makes a mistake in the world, people are like, man, I hope nobody finds out. And I think the thing that people realize is that's because from the fucking get-go, we're just taught, man, mistake, better hide it, otherwise I'm going to be in trouble. We forgot to actually teach lessons instead of just getting mad. And so people grow up with a lot of pride and they realize, man, I'm so perfect, so if anybody fucks up, I'm going to project a lot of insecurities on those people because I'm infallible. When I was younger, I started this YouTube because I didn't really have a purpose in life. I needed something to give me some kind of purpose. I didn't have any actual confidence. I got my confidence from people telling me, man, you're great. That was immature. Also, doing this, I had never really left my room for so long. I'd grown so much that I didn't realize I was a fucking adult, but I was mentally a child. That is not an excuse, for the record. I've always felt disingenuine because I was never open with people about things because I was always hiding things. I was never able to be genuine with people anymore after the fact that I cheated on my girlfriend with people who I didn't realize were even underage in the first place. So yes, I'm sorry. But I promise you I'm not that same fucking person anymore, and I resent that person who I was. And I'm sorry that I was hiding who I was this whole time. I've never wanted to be on a pedestal in the first place. And I think that's because I was always afraid of people knowing who I really was. Just some lonely guy trying to find a purpose. Just some lonely guy who genuinely is someone who would be considered a basement dweller, but luckily I live in Florida, so there's no basements. It took me 31 years. It took me until 10 minutes before my 31st birthday to realize I was going in a constant projection of fucking nothing because I never really accepted who I was. I always made excuses, and I'm fucking sorry for that. I'm not going to say any more because this is not some pity party. This is more addressing the things that need to be said, more so than giving people their dirt or tea or whatever the fuck they need. I just feel like people need to be able to express themselves, be them victims or not. I always considered myself a victim because of the way I was raised. However, that kind of mentality made me the actual instigator as opposed to the protagonist that I always thought I was because everyone said you're so perfect all the time. That's a horrible mindset to take, and everyone should really be able to look into themselves and see that they need to grow. They need to stop excusing every little thing they do because they're afraid of the repercussions. As soon as you start being afraid of the repercussions, you stop growing. I'm sorry. Genuinely. I have in the description an unlisted video showing that I would really like people to understand that it is okay to express their feelings. I feel like a lot of people are afraid of ridicule, prejudices, and bullying. They are afraid of people picking on them because they're showing their genuine human emotion. I feel like people need to be okay with doing that, even if it makes them be the bad guy, because that's the most human thing you can possibly do. And I'm fucking sorry again. But I promise I've changed. See you in the next one. I have a weird position.
What the hell? So what do y'all think about that apology? Yeah, there's no basements in Florida. He's actually, I will say this, he actually does have a nice voice. But yeah, Chelsea, there's too much rain there. Yeah, that was Cryotic's apology. This is the creepiest apology I ever heard. It's like that weird poem apology of Simply Kenna's years ago, over rehearsed, saying nothing. That's a total pitying non-apology. That was crap. That was worse than It really was worse than Jeffrey's apology, 1,000%. Okay, so I can't remember if we heard it in the video because I'm getting old, but did you hear? He does have a great voice, and that was at 1.25 speed. Here's a fun fact about Cryotic: no one knows what he looks like. He has been in the gaming world for a decade. No one knows what he looks like. There's the one supposedly leaked picture of him, but it was proven that it was not him. But that's the key. No one knows what he looks like. Yes, it was. It was. Okay. You're very right, Quixie. Alright, so now, see, that's the thing. We don't know what he looks like. He's never actually shown himself. So he was grooming underage, actually, you can't say underage girls. He was grooming underage people for the fortune and fame. Yes, he is a gamer. He actually still has a Twitch. He used to game with three other guys, so there was four of them. And yeah, they used to do late night streams like on a Saturday night, and they would go for hours and hours. And from what I heard, the streams were really fun. And we're gonna go over one of the guys tonight, his twit longer about it, and we're gonna see what Cry said about this apology video. We're gonna see what Scott Jones said, and one of his survivors. How do girls get the hots for him in the first place then? Chelsea Moon, let me tell you something. When it comes to gamers, it is a complete enigma, okay? When it comes to gamers, it might be, ooh, I love the fact that he's number one. Cryotic was making a lot of money from gaming. So, what do you think? I mean, and these were also young people. These were like 16, 17-year-old kids. One of them, I think, was like 15. What do they know? What are they seeing? All they're seeing is, oh, snap. There's this guy. He's making a lot of money with gaming. Oh, my God. That would be like such a cool job. And how cool would it be if I was his girlfriend? You know what I'm saying? Yes. So that was his bullshit apology. So now let's go see what he said about it. Oh, and if you look, 19,000 people liked this apology. What about this God bless apology did you like? And at one point, and I think it's because of Creepshow and Tamimi, that dislike here was different. It was lower number. It was lower than the likes. It was not like that before. 19,000 people were okay with this apology. Like, how? If he has the gift of gab and can make the girls laugh is attractive. Exactly, Cat's Meow. Exactly. It's more about the personality. Obviously, it wasn't about his looks because nobody knew what he looked like. Yes, it's very creepy. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to his Twitter. Now, you see, this was made June 20th. He was supposed to make another one. But we are now looking at July 20th and nothing yet. So let's go to his Twitter. On his Twitter, this was made on June 21st. He has not tweeted out anything since. He goes, the last video was posted during a manic state and is not accurate of what a proper apology looks like. Gee, ya freaking thanks. I deeply regret it, as I never let the actual discussion properly be had. This will be rectified in a future video after I properly address those affected. individually, instead of how I chose to haphazardly go about this vain attempt to save face like a coward so many people have done before me. I do not want to delete it because everyone's concerns and complaints are 100% valid and should not be skirted around here. I apologize for my actions, but I promise to deliver a proper, coherent explanation, keeping truly factual description with no attempt at garnering sympathy, but addressing what needs to be said when people are hurting. I need to come to grips that I was projecting my own insecurities constantly, telling people I never cared what people thought of me, and it is time for myself as a man to address that and so much more. No, it was time for you as a man not to sit there and talk about talking to little kids. I'm just saying. Thank you for your patience while I take care of these personal matters in the next few days, and I will let my actions in the future speak for more than these words ever will. Okay, that last sentence sucked. Jeffree Star's team must have wrote it for him. So, he was in a manic state. Oh, American Princess! Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah, American Princess, we just watched Cryotic's apology video. And this is the thing about Cryotic. Why aren't more people talking about this? Now, there are several videos out there about Cryotic, but why are more people not talking about this? This is Onision level shit. The dude still has a Twitch. He could cut on his Twitch right now and stream. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Alright. Now, here is Ocean. Ocean was one of Cry's survivors. He tweeted, "Apologies for the image. TwitLonger wouldn't let me make this post as a quote tweet otherwise." So he's basically telling us what we're about to read. Images 1, 7, 9, and 13 were all from him. I appreciate Scott respecting my privacy by not naming names in a few of the images involved, but I don't want people to continue to rag on him for not revealing information. Since there seems to be some debate on how Scott, Snake, and Russ, and those are the three other guys who used to stream with Cryotic on Twitch, had to have known my age, I also abate that. The only time I spoke to any of the three of them was on stream. They were never a part of the Cryotic mod Skype group. The only people who knew my age were Cry and Zeegs to the claim section. I was a minor from the sexual ERP. This was years after the events had transpired that it was posted on lolcow. Good old lolcow. I vehemently denied anything that was posted on there to be in any way about me, as I was too afraid of the very real possibility of being persecuted for speaking out. The screenshots about getting into chat logs and when I was first reached out to Scott Saturday night, I explained my piece, history with Cry, to Snake, Scott, and Russ that night as well. The instance where Cheyenne told me about Cry's infidelity with myself was when I joined a game on stream under an alias. Still not entirely sure how that was found out, but when Snake and Russ messaged me about it, I just denied the claims. I at no point mentioned my age, fearing the retaliation if it got back to Cry or Zeegs. To the final screenshot I was involved in, that was a text from Cry I received at some point in 2014. I honestly couldn't for the life of me remember what image I sent to receive that response. For some sort of frame of reference, this is when I looked like at the time we were involved in. And he does the imager. He, definitely a baby. I've seen the picture. Definitely a baby. Additionally, while searching for Skype logs between myself and Zeegs, I found a minimum of 12 logged calls between myself and Cry, falling between the dates of 6/11/2014 and 11/1/2014. Where does this leave us? I'm more than comfortable posting publicly that Snake, Russ, and Scott had no idea what was going on between myself and Cry in regards to my age. I am not fully comfortable with the idea of exposing all the gritty details between myself and Cry, but we'll see what happens. So there might be more coming from Ocean. I believe there is another thing from Ocean, but we're not dealing with Ocean today. He's just referencing what Scott Jund has said. Scott Jund is one of the guys that used to stream with Cryotic, and he comes with receipts. So we're gonna hit his tweet longer. So, any questions so far? Yeah, wasn't that crazy? Adele, that was crazy, wasn't it? May right, Big Eyes. So, what do y'all think so far? And this and that was not the same Survivor as what Creepshow and Tamimi had put out either. So. Oh, wait, Adele was making fun of me? Wait a minute. Oh, Adele making fun of my notebooks. Okay, Adele. I got you. Don't you worry, American Princess. Don't you worry. I'll get Adele later. Don't you worry. Alright, so. This right here is the twit longer of Scott Jund. As you can see, there is a lot to it. So, this dude was sick, dude. And here's the sad part. I'm going to show y'all real quick. Hold on.
And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just skip it for now until I decide to do it. But I've kind of forgotten it was a thing, to be honest.
I hate when they do the voice. Look, he still has a twitch. Isn't this ridiculous? Now, his last stream was last month. And look, like here, the LNC crew, they streamed for 8 hours. I mean, these guys would go on forever streaming. He streamed here 5 hours, 4.5 hours. But he still has a platform on Twitch. If he wanted to right now, he could log into his Twitch and literally jump on a game and start playing. He has 789,000 followers. I can only imagine how many subscribers he has. Well, Creepshow is also more facade than other. All right, Linda. Come on now. Well, see, and that's the thing. That's the thing, Cat's Meow. Twitch don't seem to throw predators off their platform. Twitch. How do I put this? Twitch will do the right thing because they just got finished kicking off a bunch of dudes like that week of 1,000 twit longers about women coming out about different streamers sexually assaulting sexually making unwanted sexual advancements. They kicked a lot of them out. I don't understand how this man, I don't even want to call him a man, but I don't understand how this person has admitted to cheating on his girlfriend with underage people, but he didn't cheat with them. They weren't underage at the time. I think he said here. Oh, there was something where he said they weren't underage. He never physically touched anyone who was underage. Well, the question is, what about his girlfriend? So, yeah, this is completely gross. I had no idea, American Princess. Yeah, you absolutely have to. Well, I mean, in all honesty, the gaming world is almost the last space that Me Too has finally hit. And I am so glad of it. It can be very toxic over there. So, they were on a roll just lately, but before that, they were awful. Oh, they were, Cat's Meow. And I mean, and some people could just, like Alinity, for example, she can literally give a sip of vodka to her, force a sip of vodka to her cat, throw her cat, and she don't get kicked off until she sews a boob. Why he reminds me of Jeffree Star. I know that's right, Mel. Alright, so let's get into this twit longer, because this right here... Oh! Alright. So I originally began compiling this because of one of Cry's victims linked me an image. And here is the image. This is the image from Ocean. Cheyenne Cat, which is the girlfriend. You want to do something good? Admit all the boys were complicit. I'm fucking sick of having to argue about it all the time. Having to argue all the time about it. They knew. I knew. We all knew, but stayed silent. Cryotic. After I talk with my therapist tomorrow and apparently now a lawyer, yeah, I'm going to. They're just lying so fucking much it's killing me. So the theory is, before we really get into this, is that Cry's trying to take everyone down with him. Alright? In the sense of they knew about it and didn't stop me type of thing. Alright, so the image of Cheyenne and Cryotic colluding to involve Russ, Snake, and I. With Cheyenne enticing Cry to do something good as pretty transparent manipulation attempt to let him redeem himself by enacting their vendettas. I am completely unsure why she shared this with a victim that has been actively and supporting working with us. This immediately set off several bright red flags. Cheyenne is a victim of Cry. Cheyenne is the girlfriend, by the way. She has been completely volatile with rage for years about what Cry did to her. Yet for some reason they are working together. The abuser and the victim. Working together. To blame other people, she is literally working with her abusive pedophile. No, abusive pedophile. To try something that changes nothing about either of their well-beings and erases no suffering from the victims. There is no interest in healing here, just more of Cheyenne's extremely consistent vendetta against all of us. In defense of Cheyenne, I must say that her hatred of us is also part due to her being unaware that she was lied to about our knowledge of the situation regarding Cry cheating on her. The reason why he's calling her calling Cry her abusive pedophile, he actually dated Cheyenne. The times don't match up. And you'll learn later on in here that she actually lied about her age. She was underage when they started dating. And sometimes she would be in the background when he would stream, like she would be in the same room. And people are actually wondering, wait a minute, was she 18 in the beginning of that? Yeah. Oh yeah, no, this is wrong. It's a horrible story. All right, so continuing. However, it has blah blah blah. However, it has become clear from recent information from victims that Cry is not even close to atoning for these actions, but is costing and shifting blame wherever possible. All right, so we have 3 pictures. All right, this is Dream. I believe Dream might have been the first one. Mr. Ryan, the predator, who's supposed to be making a confession and apology, doesn't sound like he's doing much of either. Ari, he's not. He's trying to come up with he's trying to come up with a way to blame the crew. Uh-huh. And then there's this one. Cryotic. This is Cryotic typing, and it looks like it's in the Discord. Can you please stop streaming for a little? I want to call you and talk to you about something. And this is Beanie on Twitter. Just to clarify, he's blaming Angel for this most recent behavior. Angel, I'm absolutely fucking livid and disgusting. So basically, Cry has been... How do I put this? He's been working hard in these streets trying to shift the blame over what he did. I don't get how he still has a platform. He still has a YouTube. He still has a Twitch. He has confessed to grooming children, and he still has a platform. Why are people not talking about this? If you look, I want y'all to look at something. Right here. He has 2.63 million subscribers on YouTube. How is he still on YouTube? How? Someone explain to me how he's still on YouTube. If you look right here on Twitch, he has 789,000 followers. How many of those do you think are kids? How does he still have a platform? I do not understand. Someone make it make sense. Someone make it make sense. He has admitted to these things. He hasn't come out with the proper freaking apology yet. But how does he still have a platform? And why aren't bigger YouTubers talking about this? I appreciate Tamimi and Creepsto's video, but this needs to be Onision level of videos coming out about this. This needs to be Onision level videos. Period. A 15-year-old is illegal no matter what state you're in. Oh no, I understand that. And you know what did that, Organic? Organic said, look how long it took Onion to be handled. It only matters until legal hits YouTube. That's very true. You know what also helped that situation? Everybody jumped in on the story. Everybody jumped in on the story. We need more videos on this. We need this broken down like they did in Onision. Period. Just because it's in gaming, it doesn't mean it's not as important. Onision now has a Patreon. He is off YouTube. He quit YouTube. And that's what everybody wanted, for him to quit YouTube. Now he's on, not on Patreon. Sorry, he got kicked off the Patreon twice. He's on OnlyFans. He has an OnlyFans. Alright. So let's go back to this. Alright, so because of this, we no longer feel it's worth hearing Cry's side of the story anymore, and will release this without provocation. Immediately before this, another victim, albeit less severe, showed that Cry said this. And this was Cryotic. It looks like that might be Discord. Cryotic, thank you. You're absolutely right. I promise I'm going to taking this far more seriously now. I genuinely needed to have my mental state reeled in during the time it happened, but I refuse to let anyone take the blame for my actions for yesterday's actions but me. I'm not making excuses anymore. I'm actually listening instead of running from conflict like I used to so fucking long. I appreciate it again, and I hear you entirely. Okay, that sounds scripted. He went immediately from, I will not blame anyone for this, to, I will blame everyone but myself in a matter of hours. He started drastically changing a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know if it was related to medication or whatever. Suffice to say, he flips from 0 to 100 instantly and very frequently. Regardless, let's go over the actual claim that we all knew everything. So basically, this is Scott Junn going, nah, dog, we didn't know everything. But you know what? Let's go through it. Is he still making YouTube videos? Yes. I need everyone to jump in on this story, except for Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen, please leave the story alone. I don't want you tainting it. I'm letting you know, Ryan, the last thing I want is Chris Hansen tainting this story. I do not want this man tainting this story. I'm going to have to look and see if Anision is still making videos. But I don't understand how he's still on Twitch. I really don't. I don't understand how he's still on Twitch. Alright. Now, Scott Jun made this. It came out on the 25th of last month. Alright. There we go. Only a few days ago, I began talking with a victim who can name themselves if they wish, and started learning the severity of shit Cry has done. For the record, I personally have been consistent in admitting I knew at one point there was a screenshot of sexual roleplay text with a 16-year-old, 6 or 7 years ago. I begrudgingly accepted he had a cringy roleplay session with someone that, at least in Florida, would have been legal, so I just let it go, assuming it to be a one-time event. That was the one thing I knew of and had proof of. In hindsight, yeah, I probably shouldn't have let that go. But I didn't really see any evidence of anything else happening. Still, I can easily apologize for accepting a creepy one-off situation and fully accept being ignorant in that regard. My knowledge of what grooming was that long ago was essentially non-existent. So 6 to 7 years ago, he is having sexual role play with a 16-year-old. That's cute. Not. 16 years old, he's having sexual role play. But in Florida, it would technically be legal. But was that person in Florida? That's my question. Were they in Florida? Alright. And that's pretty much what I knew involving issues that could be deemed illegal. I will not speak for the others, as I'm not sure whether or not they even seen the same screenshot. Obviously, there was a slew of other things, some of which we learned at various times, like the fact Cry fooled around with Russ's girlfriend. Russ's story is sad, and there's a video out there where he talked about it on a stream, because he's one of the 3 guys that streamed with Cry, and it was heartbreaking to hear. And 2 hour long, so I'm thinking about maybe downloading it and splitting it up for people to hear. But it's so sad. It's so sad hearing him talk about it. We put the decision to stay on Russ, who chose to stay out of necessarily for quite literally his life. Russ has explained why his home life was abysmal on his stream. Additionally, I kept coming to Cry as I learned more things. I'll keep going, but this is already proof that not only, God bless it, not only did he keep things from us, but he would actively lie about the things we did confront him on and then try to justify them. And apparently this is a strange note. Alright, so this is Scott Jun and Cryotic talking. Close. Alright. Bruh, what? You were actually with person. You lied to me about that. She told me she didn't want anyone to know, and I hated that. But she kept harping. No one can know, and it killed me the whole time. But I was like, I love her so much, I can't betray her trust, but then I go and betray others. Fucking hypocrite me. Yeah, dude, I'm finding out a lot of shit right now that I don't like and didn't know. And I thought I knew it all, and apparently I wasn't even close. He goes, which shit? Because honestly, I'm not aware of everything, but I'm sorry, man. So this is basically Cry telling him, yeah, I know you didn't know. Oh, God. Cry responds that he is not aware of everything he's done, which is just very weird statement. Alright, it would technically be legal in the UK too, but I have since found out that any sexual exchange on the internet, both parties have to be over 18. Oh, okay, Kat. So it was illegal then. So if he had sexual role play with a 16-year-old, it's illegal. Is what you're saying. Or is that just in the UK? I mean, I think it's illegal federally. Honestly. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that. Here's a victim saying we didn't know because it was covered up to us. The victim, Ocean, recently released the information about himself. Going to Skype logs and found out why you guys didn't know it in full. Blank covered for Cry and told me straight up to make sure I didn't talk to anyone about it. So that was a cool thing I repressed knowledge of. Okay. Because of this, we no longer feel it's worth hearing... Oh, wrong one. Statement, information about myself. I kept trying to follow up with Cry as I kept getting told more victims, but he kept ignoring us all. He still responded to other friends and mods. A very consistent example of him talking to us the least out of everyone in the community. As of 6/25/2020, 2:41 p.m., he still has not contacted a single one of us. And that's Cryotic and Scott John talking, and Pumpkin is in the background trying to play with a paper bag, and I'm going to have to... Yo! Chill! Hold on, y'all. Bless it. Stop! I'm not playing with that paper bag right now. Every single stream, Pumpkin decides she has to be the star of the show. Alright, so this is Cryotic and Scott John talking. Cryotic's going, yeah, I should have realized that this sooner... You know what? Hold on. I should have realized that I was sooner, but I just was being what I thought I wasn't. So I just got to bear that shit finally so everyone can move on already instead of living in that false shit. Scott John, if you somehow get acceptance of an apology from everyone you have wronged, will stick around. Otherwise, I think we're all done, my dude. I really hope that's the first thing that happens. So basically the guys made Cryotic do an apology and told him, yeah, we're done, dude. We're done. Yep, when I was doing some research on Davi Vandy, it's international. You have to be over 18, doesn't matter what country. Okay, I know that's right, Cat's Meow. Alright, and then Scott John tells him, man, you actually knew she was underage. When are you making your video? Whatever happens, don't be an idiot and kill yourself, got it? Don't you dare do anything like that. Your family still needs you. You have to be real with me right now. Why are you under the impression I knew more than the screenshot of sexual roleplay I saw years back? You never told me about Ocean. You didn't talk to me outside of late night at all. When did this happen? And there's no response. Alright, so now he's getting into the girlfriend. Cheyenne told the group that she was cheated on with Ocean. I don't recall being there at the time, and according to Ocean, he doesn't think I was either. Regardless, no ages were mentioned during this. We knew Ocean very briefly, as I believe he was on late night a few times, and it was late night gaming or late night crew. None of us really spoke to Ocean outside of late night, and he later confirmed that. And that's where we saw where he was talking about that. Yeah, I know. Well, I guess he... Okay, so my guess is, you gotta think, these guys streamed together for years. Alright? And my guess is Scott, I guess it was already known that he had some issues, and he didn't want him to, don't kill yourself, dude. You know. But at the same time, why are you trying to say I knew all this? Alright. The only source we had on Cheyenne's age was Cheyenne herself, who lied about her own age. That's something at least I understand. And she wanted to protect Cry and was undoubtedly being manipulated. That being said, the information we had on her age, untrue as it was, came literally from the person in question. Cheyenne has repeatedly admitted to this on Twitter. Oh, thank you for the subscribe. Mel, you're just now subscribing to me? Mel, you're just now subscribing to me? Wow. I thought Mel loved me this whole time. Let me take a break from this for a second. Mel, I thought you always loved me. Apparently not. You just now subscribed to me. And you're the vice president of the Notebook crew. Yeah, you got busted for that subscribe. You like that, huh? Okay. Mel got busted. Busted! Xylee always finds a way. Okay, so Cheyenne has repeatedly admitted this on Twitter. Here is she defending her age being legal and then defending the age of consent in Florida. And I will look at that in a second. I'm going to finish this sentence. I must reiterate that just because she lied about her age doesn't mean she did something wrong there. While she can be a terrible person sometimes, she was a victim too. And I don't know, I guess this was Twitter. It kind of looks like it would have been Twitter. Grinds my damn gears when people think Cry and I were ever legally not supposed to be together. Even if we had gotten together the night we met, it would have been legal. And we didn't in a relationship for a while. Well, how long is a while? If we know the age of consent is 16 in Florida, she's in Florida apparently when they met. So what, they didn't start dating for 2 years? Age of consent and age of majority are not at all the same thing, especially seeing as long distance means Florida laws apply where the age of consent is 18. The age of consent in Florida is 18, but close in age exemptions exist. By law, the exception permits a person 23 age or younger to engage in legal sexual activity with a minor 16 to 17. Please continue to be more wrong. So she was under the age of 18. Boom. She was under the age of 18. God, I hate how this keeps. Oh, and by the way, Mel, thank you for testing that out for me, because I was wondering if that was going to work or not. Alright. She would later condemn my ignorance to the screenshot situation due to it technically being legal as far as I knew at the time, while simultaneously holding the same opinion of technical legality while she dated Cry as a 17-year-old. Again, I do not justify my ignorance. They didn't start dating until she was 17. Cheyenne also personally accused me of threatening her with falsifying data or some bullshit, which never happened, and of course there's no proof of it. When I asked her about the evidence, she simply stopped responding. I don't know what this is. Scott Junn really threatened me with shopping and manipulating chat logs to keep me quiet about what Cry did. An adult told the teenager that faking shit wasn't hard and nobody would believe me if he wanted. Scott Junn. Cheyenne, what the literal fuck are you talking about? Please show me where I did this. Cheyenne is, I've been on Cheyenne's Twitter. Cheyenne is something else. That's all I'm going to say about Cheyenne. She's something else. She definitely doesn't have a problem putting her opinion out there. Other than that, there is no physical media I can show you, but I would hope what was shown here is more proof than the absolutely nothing Cry has put out. Tanya, I am talking about the Cryotic situation. We got a lot of trial grooming going on. Because of what he did, 3 of his fellow streamers are out of that. They used to make a lot of money streaming. So basically, 3 of them lost their jobs streaming, and now they're having to stream alone again. He was basically grooming kids that were fans of his. Wow. So, okay, so May has a question. Wow. So did they meet in person then, or do we know? Well, from what I heard, there was plenty of times when she was in the background when Cry was streaming. She would be in the background. That's where the question lies. When she was in the background, was she 18 yet? So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Tanya, my whole thing is I think this needs to be covered more. All right. So any questions so far? Are we good so far? Oh, why do I have top chat on? Oh my god. If I'm missing people's chats, I'm sorry. It's on live chat now. If I missed anybody's chat, I am so sorry. All right, so any questions? You want to continue? We're almost done with it, actually. I'm surprised this didn't, So let's get through this and then we'll talk about it. All right, awesome. All right, I also wanted to be clear. Cheyenne was a bad person. However, oh wait, hold on. Oh no, this is it. I also wanted to be clear. Cheyenne was a bad person. However, when I originally met her, I don't believe she was. It is extremely hard to be sympathetic to someone. Okay, so when I originally met her, I don't believe she was. It is extremely hard to be sympathetic to someone who so ritually attacks you and your friends. But her personality changed after being with Cry. Whether it's coincidental or not, I acknowledged it is certainly a possibility that her current behavior is related to what happened to her. Abusers tend to instill their abuse on other people. This is very true. I have my own story about that. My own personal story about that. It is fair to say we fervently dislike Cheyenne, and despite countless attacks on our characters, I still find it very hard to blame her of any of this because she was also misled. Her hatred for us being based on false information at the very least justifies her anger in all of this. I feel none of that justifies colluding with your abuser, but do not shift focus away from the actual culprit in all this. No one but Cry deserves blame, so leave her alone. So apparently she's been attacked. Well, I think she's calmed down now. But apparently she was attacking Russ, Scott, and the other dude. I can't remember his name. Russ, Scott, and... Oh, what's the other dude's name? Anyway, apparently she was attacking all 3 of them, and obviously people were giving her crap. But he's like, chill out, because he's basically saying that she is a product of her abuse. And that's actually a real thing. I can tell you from personal experience about an abusive relationship. That is a very real thing. A very, very, very real thing. So, I'm glad that he understands that. Alright. Cry is a spineless, disgusting coward. Oh, please don't die, Mel. You can't die. You're not allowed to die. Cry is a spineless, disgusting coward. He tells people he will make no excuses and blame no one but himself, only to hours later shift blame. When that does absolutely for the victims whatsoever. Recently, he has told one of his victims that he still loved them and was proud of them, which is just the weirdest fucking thing to say to a victim. I 100% agree. I can't imagine Cry has called himself a coward numerous times. Even if I had provided absolutely no evidence, it is so blatantly obvious from this personality, he would never come close to having the strength to admit to us he engaged in sexual activities with minors while grooming others. It's like he would, it's like when you're playing baseball and you have everybody who's going to hit in line. That's exactly what he was doing. He would have them lined up. He didn't even tell us about the relationships he was in. He lied about Angel, Red, Cheyenne, countless other things. He doesn't have the spine to make a confession of any kind, much less the one that is a felony. On top of all that, we were barely friends. It appears Cry actually actively disliked me personally. This is not a single convincing reason he would divulge any of this information to us. So he didn't even like the guys he was streaming with. I agree, Tanya. Most people wouldn't understand something like that. I actually agree with you. All right, so let's see what he gave us up here. All right, so this is Cryotic. Oh, this is talking to, I believe, one of his survivors. I'm sorry. I know this isn't fair. It's Cryotic talking. I guess I want to start off by saying my feelings for you were never fake. They were genuine, and everything I ever said about loving you was true. I was linked your Twitter account, and I'm proud of you for coming forward. I really am. You deserve closure and the ability to share your story. If you're uncomfortable with anything I'm saying, just tell me to stop at any point. I still very much love you, and it would be a lie if I said I didn't. If I could change what happened, I would. I wish I was nothing but faithful to you. I am so proud of the person you are becoming, and I want you to know that. She goes, stop, I need a minute. He literally sent this to one of his survivors. He literally sent this to one of his survivors. You sick fuck. Again, why is he on Twitch? Why is he on Twitch where he can find other little kids? Why? Why aren't more people talking about this? Why is it just small YouTube channels are talking about this, with the exception of Tamimi and Creepshow? Why aren't there more people talking about this? He still has a platform to reach out in real time, to reach out to underage people. He still has that platform. He still has he can get on right now and stream to 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds. Why? Why does he still have that? I need someone to fucking explain this shit to me. Why? He literally sent this. He literally sent this to a survivor. All right, we're almost done. Oh, my bad. We're almost done. All right, finally here, have this. I received it from a victim who we've been in contact with. I didn't know they were underage. His old phone number corresponds with the date. Oh my God. Alright, so this is him talking to an underage person. Good job being hot. The person, I know, right? Him, get older so we can F already. And he spelled out the F word. Oh, thank you, Lyndon. I really appreciate that. Means a lot to me. Thank you very much for saying that. Lyndon says, Eileen, I'm glad you're using your platform to cover this groomer piece of shit. I'm tired of J-Star shit. He is a POS, yes. But yeah, this was him talking to an underage person. Woo, you can tell this is a long time ago. Look at that. Look at the way this, look at the way the screen is set up. Holy crap. Good job at being hype. Get older so we can F already. You sick son of a... Oh, wait. My bad. I clicked off of it. We're down here now. Alright, so we're at the end. Yeah, real trustworthy fucking guy. Thank you for bringing more stress upon us for absolutely nothing, you piece of shit. Imagine fucking with your best friend's girl, and that's Russ he's talking about. It's a sad story. We're going to get into Russ next Monday. But imagine fucking with your best friend's girl and lying about it. Then taking his next girl and lying about it. Then implicating him in your treachery by association while lying about it. Even if Russ somehow knew literally everything, imagine still choosing to continue to be as evil as possible to him, with no regard for the actual victims. You shot him in the heart, then in the face, then shit on his corpse. Your heart is ice and you are beyond redemption. Go fuck yourself. Amen, Scott Jund. I apologize for the anger of my words for all the victims we have been talking with and those who wish to justifiably not share their stories. We support you, Scott. P.S. Please refer to Snake's post. Snake is the fourth guy. Please refer to Snake's post about us going forward. And he puts the post up there. We are all ashamed to be associated with this and are disgusted with our ignorance and accusations. We intend to make every improvement listed in this comment. Thanks. And that was one of the guys that he used to stream with. You know, I don't understand how this isn't being covered by bigger channels. I don't. He was literally using his stage on Twitch to groom these kids. And it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Oh, wait, what am I? There we go. There we go. And that's, okay, now Tanya said, and that's a closed community with kids in it that are not taken seriously in society and certainly not sexually. Don't be mad at me for saying, well, no, I mean, no, I'm not going to be mad at you for saying that. You're right. Yeah, exactly. You saw D'Angelo Wallace mention it, but no video yet. We need videos on this. Listen, I only have... Okay, hold on. We're about to find out because I don't know how many we have. I have 71 subscribers. 71. I don't have the subscriber count to really get this out there, but the only thing I can do is cover it on my platform. I beg the ones with 100, 200, 300, 400, 1 million... Please cover this. This has to be covered. This has to be. Onision was bad enough, okay? Onision was bad enough, but I mean, I'm going to be quite honest. I think this dude was worse. I really do. I think this dude is worse. And I don't understand why it's not being covered. Now, there are videos out there. There are some videos out there, and pretty good videos, some of them, but I mean, they're still at least putting it out there. But we need people with bigger platforms to put this out there. We do. We need people with bigger platforms to put it out there. It's like, come on, dude. I mean, don't you think this story is enough? He's still on Twitch. He is still on Twitch. How many kids watch Twitch? How many? It pisses me off. Oh my God, it pisses me off so bad. What am I tweeting to you? The Twitch link? Well, see, here's the thing, Kat. everybody in the drama community, yeah, they're tied up on the J-Star thing. And that's true. But this apology came out a month ago. A month ago to this day, his apology video came out. Exactly 31 days ago, his apology came out. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the uncensored version is pretty much still good. Listen, it took me an hour just to cover his video. It took an hour just to cover his video and Scott John. We still have to go through Russ. We still have to go through Snake. We still have to go through 2 victims and the girlfriend. And it took an hour to just get through that. Name and Twitch. Oh, well, no, here, look. I'll show you. Hold on. Let me change up scenes. I'll show you. That's it right there. And his name's in the title. That's how you spell his name, is in the title. Literally Cryotic. Keem's not. Oh, don't get me started on Keem. Don't get me started on Keem, because we all know how I feel about Keem. Keem ain't gonna cover this. Because you know what Keem said about Onision? He says grooming isn't illegal. And how can you prove that Onision groomed anybody? Why? Because he was being nice? That's what Keem said about Onision. I don't want Keem to touch this story. Oh, Tanya, this case is what I would do. Okay, I would start by following this guy. Hold on. Because the case is, you're going to go all over Twitter. It's kind of sad. Okay, hold on. Hold on, let me get it for you through here. Bookmarks. Ocean. Okay, that right there is Scott John's at. When I say this, I'm being literal. That's where I started, and you're gonna go everywhere with it. All right. Yeah, Keem's not gonna say a word on it. Keem has seen it for sure. There's some reason he. Let me tell you something. How do I put this? Keem picks and chooses what cases he goes after when it comes to sexual assault, the R word, grooming, stuff like that. And I have no trust that Keem will cover this. Because to him, and he probably thinks this, he probably thinks Cryotic isn't relevant enough for him. Because see, Cryotic didn't play Call of Duty. He didn't play first-person shooters. Cryotic played more indie games. So to Keemstar, that probably means that he doesn't give a shit. I hate to say it, but it's true. He doesn't want to cross his fanboys, I'm sure. Probably not. You know, but this is just this story like pisses me off so bad, and what ticks me off about it is we need more people saying stuff about this. I'm sorry, those commentary boys. I need Tipster to say something, unless I haven't unless I haven't noticed that he has said something. But why isn't Tipster following this? Why isn't Augie doing this? Why, to Mimi and Creepshow, quite honestly, they need to be on this like they were on Dobby Vanity. Although I will say, and as far as I know, Dobby Vanity was a hell of a lot worse, and I get that. But I mean, they should be on this too. A 15-minute video will not cover everything about this. They covered the first survivor who came out, and I 100 appreciate. That's why I told people to go watch their video, so that way you can see what that survivor said. Because I wanted to get, being that was already done twice, I wanted to get into, everybody else. But I mean, it's this story needs to be out there. Girl, I looked up the latest Cryotic tweets, and people are tweeting at those commentary boys a lot today. Good! Because you know what? They all need to be covering this. They have a bigger platform than me. I agree, Lyndon. Now, Creepshow did a video on this. Her and Tamimi both did. But I feel like they need to deep dive in this. I will continue to deep dive on it, but I don't want it to take over my life. I don't want to be like, oh God, who was it that did all the Niskaun videos before Chris Hansen came? Not Repzion. I don't want to be like Repzion. I don't want to talk about Cryotic every time I get on here. So what I was going to do until we get through what happens, and then if anything new happens or whatever, I'm going to cover this on Mondays. That way, Thursdays, we can be a little bit light. We can talk about the Twitter drama, stuff like that, and have fun, But on Mondays, I was going to cover this, because this needs to be talked about. Oh my God, it needs to be talked about. Oh God, cat's meow. I just tweeted Creamstar about that. He's not even going to respond. I guarantee he doesn't even respond. He don't give a shit. I mean, hell, you're talking about the man who thought that Jeffree Star's apology was on point. Repzion is how I knew Onision was still playing around. Yeah. Yeah, Repzion started to... Yeah, and that's another thing. I don't want it... I want this story to be out, but I don't want it to take over my life, because I know me. If I continuously talk about it, it's going to affect my mental health, and I don't want this story to do that. So that's why on Thursdays, I'm going to keep it light. We're going to talk about some stuff, because things usually pop off on Tuesdays. So more than likely, whatever pops off tomorrow, I'll be talking about on Thursday. And then just do this Cryotic stuff on Monday. And I'm going to have it in its own little special section called the Cryotic Chronicles. And we're going to keep talking about them until something happens, until more people start talking about them. Because, quite honestly, this needs to be talked about. That's true. And I will continue to talk about this, because it needs to be talked to. And, and I understand the community, where a lot of my friends are. A lot of y'all are kind of in the beauty community, and I'm kind of dragging some of y'all into this gaming stuff. But this stuff needs to be said. Everybody needs to be warned about people like this. Thank you, Lyndon. Thank you so much for saying that. Yes. Lyndon says, I'm floored knowing this POS is not getting exposed as he should. Thank you. Yes. And that's my whole point, and the thing was, here's the problem, all right? We got two problems with this story. One, I hate making videos. We already know this by now. I hate to actually make a video, except for DIY videos. I like making those because it's easy. And then I was so, how do I put this? There was so much information to the story, I really didn't know how to break it down in one video, because I'm the type of person, if I'm going to tell you something, I want you to know everything. I don't want you to know snippets. I'm not going to just run through it. We're going to read it word for word together, Absolutely, we need to talk about groomers. It's shocking, isn't Lyndon? Xylee, we need dragging in when predators are involved. Hell yeah. You know? I mean, and now, to be quite honest with you, I can understand why, like, Nick Dustin, we're not even going to talk about Rich Lux, but, I mean, even Sharita, I can understand where they don't cover it because it's not in their genre, you know, but, like, people like Creepshow, Tamimi, Repzion, Repzilla, Augie RFC, Bo Blacks, Muda, oh my god, Tipster, all those people, they should be covering this. They should be covering this. Thank you, Adele, I appreciate that. I feel more, you know, it's funny, from when I used to be a streamer on Mixer or whatever, I found that me going live, it's a lot easier for me talking live than it is a video. Edwin, yes. Edwin would be perfect for this. I mean, you know, he holds he would be able to do this whole story in one live because you know he goes live for like 6-7 hours. He would be perfect for this. You know, I don't know. I just want people to be aware. I mean, we all know it's out there, but I want y'all to see it. You know, this needs to be said. It needs to be said and needs to be shown. You know, period, point blank, period. You know, and I'm not trying to, you know, bring down the mood. That's why I said I'm not going to do it because I'm going to stream 2 days a week, Mondays and Thursdays, and I'm not going to do it on Thursdays also, you know. Keisha said, we all need to know what's going on in other communities. The more exposed, the more the word gets out. Exactly. And that's why I plan on doing this. And that's exactly why I want to do this. Because I feel like this needs to be said. Nick and Duction were actually looking for topics to talk about for their Patreon page. Maybe they could talk. You know what, Tracy? That might be a good idea. Yeah. This probably would be something good for them to talk about. I mean, if they don't just talk about beauty stuff, I don't know. I don't belong to their Patreon. But yeah, this would be a good subject. Can you send all of these names in the chat or in the description box so we can tweet them? Okay, what names are you talking about? Like the people that we think need to cover this? Someone tweeted the tipster and one of his followers just laughed at them. Edwin should be the one people. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I would tweet Edwin, Tamimi, and Creepshow. Because if they carry it on big enough, then the other boys will pick it up. Because you got to understand something about gaming. They don't talk about gaming. People don't talk about stuff like this. You know, another person probably be good to talk about this too is what's his name? What is his name? The one that he always wears the cat ears in his videos. What is his name? He's usually on my Twitter. Now I can't find him. Repzion would be a good one to cover this too, to be honest. Repzion, Repzilla, Edwin, Creepshow, and Tamimi. It needs to be a constant thing out there. With maybe some video. Okay, hold on. This kept hidden. Alright, someone tweeted. Okay, Twister, it works, Xylee. That's how it's kept hidden. With maybe some videos about this. Then we can start a Twitter breeze. We can't do a storm, but we can start with some wind. I followed their Patreon, and Nick was asking if they should talk about other topics other than the beauty community. Hey, Tracy, go for it. And if you want to, I mean, I can give them the starting information on this. I have no listen. I have no problem giving people the information on this. As a matter of fact, I got to talk to Bruce about this because I want Bruce to make a video on this too. Because one of his subscribers asked him about this. But I don't care. They can come to my inbox and ask me about it. I will give them the information that I found because they have all the information is right there on Twitter. It's public information. I don't have like sources. I mean, this is like literal shit that's out there. You know, I have Deaf Noodles. That's what I was talking about. Yes. I don't have a problem making it easier for them and giving them everything. I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it at all. I mean, if you look, I have it bookmarked. Russ Money is one of the guys. Ocean's one of the survivors. There's a thing with Scott Jung. That's Keen being ass. I mean, I got a little bit of everything up in here. There's Edwin. You know, I have no problem giving people the information they need on this. I really don't. I have zero issues with it. I will help them out in the research. I just want someone with a bigger audience to talk about this in depth. Not a skate by, not just to mention one person and an overview of what happened. I just need someone with a bigger platform to do this in depth. Repzilla would be good covering this, Cat. Repsion really goes in on groomers, and he is a gamer. So, yep, Repsion too. And Repzilla knows about gaming. His roommate used to stream on Mixer. And, of course, he lost his job when Mixer went away. Put the info in the description box that makes sharing easier for... Put what info in the... I'm not putting everything in that description box. I don't have all night to link all that stuff. There's a lot. Tanya, when I say there's a lot, it's like a novel. It's crazy. It's going to take, my guesstimation, 2 to 3 more streams to cover this. Well, and see, that's the thing. They don't have to be a gamer to cover this. At this point, it's beyond gaming. At this point, it's, yo, why does he still have a Twitch? Why does he still have a Twitch? Why is his Twitch still open where he can go and he still has his check mark? Why does he still have a Twitch? And I believe he still has, he still has his check mark. He still has 789 Ks. You can still subscribe to him. I mean, check that out. $4.99 a month, $4.99 a month, $9.99 a month, $24.99 a month. I mean, he is literally, he hasn't streamed since last month. People are subscribed to him. He's still getting the money. Yeah, you heard that right. Even though he hasn't streamed, he's still getting the money, I believe. I mean, yeah, I just want somebody with a bigger platform to cover this too. I'm still going to cover it. Don't get me wrong. If we get someone with a bigger platform to stream this and talk about this, I'm still going to cover this, okay? Because I'm still committed to this story. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to slack off because, like say Edwin picked it up or Repzilla picked it up. I'm not going to stop. But we really need someone with a bigger platform, Nice, Tanya. Lyndon, absolutely. Well, we can tweet at them and sharing Xylie's stream to begin with. Yes. I mean, like I said, I really want people with a bigger platform to cover this. And to me, that's the most important thing. To me, getting this story out there is the most important thing. Okay? I am very grateful for the 71 subscribers. Listen, I got so excited about hitting 70. I put it in my chat with my friends going, oh my God, I hit 70 subscribers. You thought I meant 700,000 or something, excited as I was about it. Because, I mean, just the thought of 70 people wanting to watch me and watch my videos, I truly appreciate that shit. But my platform's not big enough to really, really, really get the word out. And I just really want this word out. I really do. Keisha said, these predators need to be stopped. across all communities, across all platforms, and nothing will happen if everyone stays in their own lane. Exactly. Cat's like, it will probably be ignored as I'm a big nobody. Girlfriend, so am I. Don't feel bad. I'm a big old nobody too, okay? Just because I got this pretty lotus in the background don't mean I ain't somebody. Just saying. I don't care for Repsion, but his voice is listened to in that community. I reached out to him. Awesome. Oh, absolutely, all real subs. Listen, I truly believe in growing organically. I am not about that life. Listen, I'm one of those. I truly appreciate every single sub I have. I don't care if it's 71. I don't care if it's 701. I don't care if it's 7100. You know, I appreciate every single one I have. And I want my subs to be real subs. I don't play that game. Keisha's like, I've been here since 10. Proud of you. Woo woo. Oh, I'll get there eventually. I mean, it's going to take a while, you know, especially since I can only find time to do it 2 nights a week, you know, because real life and working a full-time job. But when I become a stay-at-home cat mother, there's going to be more. Just saying. But, all right, so it's 9:30. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. I appreciate every single one of y'all who watch this. I really do. You know, I just want to get the story out there. I really do. You know, we got to stop people like this. We need to stop them right from the get. You know, and I'm going to be honest. I feel kind of bad that I waited. I knew about this 3 weeks ago. And I was trying to figure out the whole time. One, you got to think, I got a new computer with a new program. I'm sitting there going, but how do I want to... One, I don't know the program yet to do my video. But 2, I was like, there's so much information. I was getting overloaded on how I was going to make a video. So you know what? I decided, you know, we're going to do lives on it. We're going to do lives. That's awesome. All right. Well, I love every single one of y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming out tonight. And keep it real. And you know what? Keep them notebooks shiny. Hashtag Notebook Crew. Hashtag Notebook Crew. Mel is the vice president. Hashtag Notebook Crew. I just let her know today. She's like, what's up with this Notebook Crew? I said, oh, you didn't know you're the vice president. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I love every single one of y'all. And I will see y'all